What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day, and once again we had a super nice day right here in the VIP. That is now 4 days in a row of being profitable. Every day has had a different story, really. Some days we've had a couple of three-mans hit. One day on, I believe, Saturday or Sunday, I think it was Sunday, we went up like 25 units, and then a couple of days they've been a little more scrappy. Like yesterday, for example, we went up and hit a 10x entry right here. I actually posted it on my VIP and I said, guys, this is insane that we are able to get a 10x for this. It is like 2024, 2023 prize picks. That is how good these prices are right now. And what I mean by that is last year, for some reason, it was harder to get 10x's, 9x's. A lot of times they would payout shift things down to 7x. And for some reason, prize picks went back on their, how they payout shift, I guess, which they never do, by the way. It seems like normally once they roll out some sort of update, they keep it there, and we're still making money that way. But for some reason, League of Legends is better than it's ever been. And I have videos on this channel from early 2024, and we were doing the same strategy. And sometimes I would get League of Legends entries just like this, and they would just pay us out a 9x. Okay, so we're pretty much back to like the glory days of prize picks when you could just literally like pick almost anything in some of these correlated duos and you would make money, of course. So right here, guys, we do have a 10x, as you guys will see. This was yesterday's YouTube pick. Nothing too crazy to write home about. We took Luka over, and then we're waiting for Drake May and Cashapp to go under, hopefully. Here's another setup that we have in that New England and Denver game, and we did take the overs on Stidham and Cortland Sutton, right? So this is exactly what we do, guys, with correlation. We're going to take quarterback receiver duos to go under, or we're going to take quarterback receiver duos to go over. For example, right here, I took their overs. I took Sutton over. I took Stidham over because the more Stidham throws, the more Sutton's going to throw. Now, what's super important about yesterday, guys, and again, I told you guys we've been cashing every day. Here was 2 days ago, and then here was the day before that, and then here was the day before that, I believe, and this was one of our big days. Actually, yeah, I'm getting confused on how much stuff is going on, but I think this was actually our 22 unit day right here because we cashed a 4x, a 3x, a 4-man, a 3-man, a 3-man, a 2-man, multiple 2-mans, of course. And yeah, so what I do want to say, guys, is we cashed this 10x, and what I actually want to show you guys is my PrizePicks account right here, okay, guys? So you'll see, here's my PrizePicks account. Everything is tracked. Here's the 10x that we just hit. And as you'll see, we had a miss here. We had a close miss here, but it's still a miss. We had a miss here, which is correlated Counter-Strike. I took the overs, the unders hit, very similar to football. Counter-Strike is also correlated. We had some misses, right? Here's actually going on to, I think, yesterday, right? But as you're going to see, as I scroll down, here is a hit that I showed yesterday. Here's a hit that we also hit, and we're getting into a couple of days ago now. But what I really want to hammer home, guys, is that we miss this. We miss this, we miss this, we miss this. Let's just say these 5 entries, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 misses, but this 10x paid for all of that and then some, right? And this is what I always talk about with the VIP. We went up 9 units alone because of this entry, okay? So that means you could think about it as this paid for 9 losses, all right? So you could literally have 9 losses on your PrizePicks account, and it just seems like you're going L after L after L after L. But when you cash one of these big 10Xs, it pays for all of those Ls and then some, all right? And this is what I try to say every day when I show the performance, when I show the tracking. As you're gonna see the record, we're 44 in 120 so far this year in 2026. All right, we're like 23 days in, and we are 44 in 120. That means we have only cashed 44 entries. We have lost a lot more than we have won, and we are extremely profitable. Why? Because again, these entries are 3-mans, they're 4-mans. So when they hit, they're going to pay out huge. They're going to pay off a ton of losses, and yeah, that's really what you need to understand. So if you get into the VIP, I have a couple of offers today to get into the VIP completely free. Also, I'm going to be paying you to get into the VIP technically a little bit later today, which I will get into in today's video too. And again, you're going to see a lot of losses. So you have to come into the VIP with that mindset that we're going to lose a lot, but when they do hit, we're going to be extremely profitable, right? We're already up to close to 70 units so far this month. And again, we're only about 2/3 of the way in. This could be one of our best months ever, right? Every time that we're on track to go up over 100 units in a month, it might be our best month ever, and one of our best months ever. And we've done this a couple of times already. So this is 2024. This is 2025. As I said, we went up 600 units. in 2024. We went up about 250 units in 2025. Right now, so far in 2026, we are on pace to beat 2024. All right, so we're on pace to have our best year ever. And you'll see a couple of times, this was in October, we went up more than 100 units. It was actually our best month ever last year in October. And then in February of last year was also one of our best months ever. Both of those months went up 100 units. And again, we're on track to do that again and go up 100 units. All right, guys. So I do want to say, if you like how I track all my bets, I do this every day. I'm very transparent. I track my bets through Pikkit. If you're watching people on YouTube or, wherever you get bets, wherever, if they're not tracking their bets, if they're not actually able to show you guys the past performance, how they've done this month, how they've done this year, if they can show you their record, their profit, then I'm not going to say that they're not profitable, but that should be a red flag to you, because again, guys, it's 2026. It's super easy to track your bets on an app like Pikkit, and you can use code detective and get some goodies there. I believe you get a $3, you get a free $3, but you also have the chance to get a free $100, right? So again, download Pikkit. It's completely free. Code detective there. I also want to shout out that I'm giving away a signed Nico Collins jersey. So like, comment, subscribe every single day to go ahead and enter that jersey. You guys absolutely crushed the comment section yesterday, and I wanted to shout out some things. Honestly, if you're really thinking about getting into the VIP, I would pause the video, read through these, or even go back to yesterday's video and read through the comments, because they were amazing comments. But as you'll see here, a lot of people are saying the same stuff that I always say, right? People are saying that their bankroll is increasing for several months. Last 6 weeks, you've been killing it. See the bankroll increase. Man, the VIP has been killing it, bro. I tell all the picks, mix and match too. Joined last summer, been up since. Been in the VIP 8 months, loved it so far. Correlation works, ups and downs, which is what I talk about, right? If you see the graph here, which is the past 2 years, guys, I'm not going to ever say that we go up every single day. That is absolutely insane for a sports bettor to ever say that. We're going to have ups and downs. There's ups, there's downs. There's good days, there's bad days, of course, how sports betting goes. One of my favorite comments yesterday, I don't know why I didn't like it, but right here, he said, hoping to have another month like last February, which was one of our best months. And he said, remodeled my bathroom with your plays mixed with mine, which is amazing to see right there, of course. So real life people paying for, real life bills, right? Whether it's a car bill or a house bill or whatever with the plays, which is obviously amazing. All right. So what I do want to say is I want to get into the first pick of the day, which is going to be on Chalkboard. And then I have a massive offer today. And then I'm going to get into the PrizePicks play of the day, of course, guys. All right. So the first pick of the day is going to be on Chalkboard. We are going to take Alperin to go over points. All right. This is a completely free pick. He needs 1 point in today's game that he is playing. And then I'm taking in League of Legends, I'm taking Tarzan to go over 6.5 maps 1 through 2 kills. All right. So this is going to be League of Legends. We absolutely dominate League of Legends, probably our best sport that we bet on in comparison with football, whether it's NFL and college football. I would say it goes probably League of Legends, then college football, then NFL. All right. Those are our top three. Of course, we crush all three of them, but League of Legends needs to not be slept on. It's such a good esport to bet on. I have videos on this channel talking about League of Legends and why it's so good. Maybe I'll leave that up in the information bar or whatever, but this is going to be the play of the day on Chalkboard. I will say 2 days in a row now we have cashed on Chalkboard, all right? We took KD to go over 1 point. Of course, he's going to get 1 point, guys. And then we took Jamal Murray to go under assists. Of course, we took him under assists, and he does go ahead and hit. And then the other day, I forgot what I took. Yeah, I took this right here, which was Derek Queen to go over assists and rebounds. And pretty much we're just waiting on Puka to get one catch, right? So, of course, he's going to go ahead and do that, and we'll go ahead and catch that on Sunday when Puka gets that one catch. And yeah, so 2 days in a row on Chalkboard. I talked about this yesterday as kind of being like our Chipotle fund or whatever, right? You'll just get a free lunch every day by just signing up for Chalkboard, taking the free picks that they give out every day. They have literally given out a free 0.5 discount every single day so far this year. So if you don't have Chalkboard, it's a no-brainer to do so. Go ahead and get Chalkboard. I also talked about this yesterday, guys, with Kalshi. Kalshi is a new app that I'm partnering up with, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do not have Kalshi yet, right? So a lot of you guys sign up for all the apps that I always talk about, which is amazing. Kalshi is going to be another one where if you use my code, if you put $10 in, you'll get a free month of the VIP, okay, guys? And when I say free month, a lot of people misinterpret this, what I mean by like, well, I still have to put $10 into an app, dude. Well, it's like, yeah, but you're not losing that money, right? You have that money on Kalshi now that you can bet, or you can take the money out if you really wanted to. Place a bet, and you can take the money out right after. But again, guys, this is really as good as it gets. And I do also want to say, because better, technically, all you have to do is put a $5 deposit down, okay? So if you want to just put $5 into the $10, if you don't have better yet, then this is probably the least amount of money that you can have to get a free month of the VIP. I do also want to say that we've been crushing on better. I've only sent out 7 entries on better so far this year. I want to do a lot more, and I'm going to do a lot more. But as you will see, we are 4-3, and we are extremely profitable, right? And these 4 entries, I will tell you, are 2-mans, so they hit 3x, all right? So 4-3 might not look that impressive, but when the 4 wins are 3x's, that is impressive, of course, and you're going to go up a lot of money when you're 4-3, and the 4 hits are 3x entries, of course, guys. So you guys can get into better. Of course, all these purple states are where better is available, and you guys will get a $200 deposit bonus as well if you ended up putting $200 into better. All right, so I did talk about having a massive sale going on right now, and kind of a massive thing that I have not done since 2024 August. All right, so I have not done this since 2024 August, and what it is going to be is a sports betting starter pack. All right, guys, so it's going to be a starter pack, and I'm going to explain what this even means, okay? So as you will see, here is my kind of home screen here. You can get my free plan, which will be access to 1 free pick a day. You can get my monthly VIP access. You can get my weekly VIP access. Of course, you'll get a free month if you sign up for those apps I talked about. You can get that full 2026 access, of course, but the best thing to do right now is to get the sports betting starter pack. And what I am going to do with this, guys, is if you guys can read this right here, you will get a $200 Cash App to start your betting journey, okay? So pretty much this is $550, but you're going to get a $200 Cash App, all right? And what that means is, if you do the math, that pretty much equates to being $350, right? Because you're paying $550, you're going to get $200, so that equates to a $350 pretty much pass that I have right now, okay? So on top of that, if you do not pay this pass back by June 1st, all right? So it's pretty much the middle of the year. If you don't pay this pass back with my bets based on $10 bets, all right? So we're going to track this based on $10 bets. If you don't pay this pass back by the middle of the year, you will get 100% refund on this pass, and you will be able to keep that $200, all right? So again, what this pass is made for is people who are looking to lock in, people who are looking to, start their betting journey. Maybe they don't have that starting capital or whatever it is to put that money down. And the people who are actually willing to make money with this long term over the course of the next year. I am obviously putting my neck on the line here, because if we don't hit that marker, if we don't go up pretty much 55 units over the course of the next, couple of months here, then you're going to keep that money, because I'm going to refund you, and then you'll keep that $200 that I will Cash App you. Okay. Now, one thing about this, guys, you might be like, well, how am I supposed to know if this guy's going to Cash App me back? You'll see I have not ran this promo since August of 2024, but you will see when I ran this promo in August, all of the Cash Apps that I gave out to all those people that did go ahead and win this, and did go ahead and purchase this pass, of course. And yeah, they made a lot of money doing so. Now, I will say, of course, pretty much what this means is we need to go up 55 units by June 1st. If you're skeptical about that, well, we're 23 days into 2024, and we have already surpassed that mark. I will say, people who are $10 bettors so far this year, you have already made $670 on my VIP, which would have paid this pass off, okay? So that is absolutely insane. I've also talked about this the past couple of days, that we are on track for an 800 unit year right now. Not saying that we're going to have an 800 unit year, but right now we're on track to actually a more than 800 unit year. That means if you're just a $1 sports bettor, if you literally put $1 on every single play this year, which is the lowest amount that you can even do, you can't do lower than $1 on PrizePicks. If you put $1 on every single pick, you would pay this pass off pretty much 2 times over. All right, so you'd pay this pass off double the amount pretty much. You'd make money, right? Even if you're just a $1 sports bettor. So again, this pass is, good for $1 sports bettors or higher technically, right? Obviously, I recommend that you have a little bit more than that with the starting capital, have like a $5 to $10 bet size type thing. But again, you guys can also finance this with things like Afterpay and Klarna, so you can kind of pay as you go. And of course, you'll get that $200 put into PrizePicks. I would put probably 60% into PrizePicks, and then maybe like 15% into better, 15% into sleeper, and like that last 10% into something like Onyx Odds or something. And then with Onyx Odds, you can get another $200 free too. So yeah, I mean, it's really easy to just build your bankroll in today with all these different apps giving out these crazy promos and stuff. Okay, so that is going to be that. Again, my number is going to be up on the top of the screen, also in the description. So if you have any questions, feel free to text me, guys. It's me, and that is my personal number, where I will respond to you guys' questions and walk you through some of these plans, okay? All right, so let's get into the Prize Picks two-man of the day. This is a little bit of an unorthodox one, but we are using League of Legends and we're using NFL, and we got to wait a couple of days for this to hopefully cash here. But I am taking this trio of League of Legends players, Morgan, Josito, and Quid, to go over 16 kills. Now, I think this should be more like 18.5. So if it bumps to 16.5, which it probably will, I would take it at 16.5 over. I would not take it at 17 over though, okay, guys? So take it at 16, take it at 16.5. Anything higher than that, maybe stay away from it. Find another pick. I'm going to have more picks, of course. But this is a really solid line, all right? I think this game goes 1-1. So I think they win one game and lose one game. In that one win, they might rack up like 12 to 13 kills, maybe even like 15 plus kills in the one win, which means they only need to get a couple of kills in the loss they have. And if you don't know how League of Legends works, when you win a game, you get a ton of kills. When you lose a game, you do not get that many kills. And then Matthew Stafford, I'm taking him over 22.5 pass completions. Again, having a massive MVP season, I think they're going to have him have the ball quite a lot. And I think this would be an offensive back and forth game where the Seahawks might even be ahead. That's going to cause Matthew Stafford to be throwing the ball a lot more. He might have 40 plus passes in this game on Sunday. All right, guys. So these are going to be the plays of the day. Again, I give you guys a lot of different ways, different methods to get into the VIP. You can get in for free for a month with Better with $5. You can get in with Kalshi, which is a brand new app that I'm signing up for. And then if you really want to lock in for the entire year, again, we already have paid this pass off almost double in the first 22 days of this year. All right, so you would get the entire year of the VIP, and again, we're probably going to pay this off within a month or something like that, hopefully. And again, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.